All right, so it's super late. I was supposed to do a Slasher Sunday, but it was Game of Thrones night. Celebration has been all damn week, so I've been watching live streams of Star Wars Celebration. I've been freaking going to work. I've been doing lots of shit. I don't got time for slasher movies. I got time for Star Wars. I got time for Game of Thrones. I got time for that shit. Tonight was Game of Thrones, okay? I've been watching this shit since the beginning. I've been pushing this show since the beginning, and it's so wonderful to see it become the phenomenon that it is. It really has just become the biggest show on earth, and people have to, either people are announcing that they're watching it and how much they love it if you go through your thread, or it's a bunch of, a few people who have to be those cool people who are like, I don't watch Game of Thrones and I never will. Well, then you're a fucking idiot. Okay? If you don't watch it, that's fine. But to announce that you'll never watch it, get the fuck out of here. Oh, you're so special. You're so fucking unique. Get out of here. Why? Why bother even announcing it? Anyway, that's just silly ass shit to me. So yeah, it's been a crazy fucking week of geekdom. I got to see the episode 9 trailer. I got to see a fucking trailer for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I got to see the new Clone Wars Season 7 trailer. I got to hear talk about the sizzle reel of Mandalorian. Got some new comics announced. I got fucking Star Wars was nuts. And then I got Game of Thrones tonight. So to give you a heads up on like where I'm at with Game of Thrones, obviously I fucking love the shit out of it. So favorite characters, let's do that, I guess. Arya Stark, Jorah Mormont, Tyrion Lannister. My badass is right there. That's like my elite 3. Tormund, I love, but he's just not in the show enough to like make it into this top 3. But I do love him every time he's on screen. And as the kids would say, I ship him and Brienne Tarth hard. I know there's some people that are more in the fucking like court of Jaime Lannister and her hooking up because she, showed him the errors of his ways, I suppose, and kind of set him on a better path. And which is fine. I get that she's smitten over him, and he definitely owes her a debt of gratitude, no doubt. But she kind of owes him one as well. But that's getting way too off the point here. Things that were wonderful. Obviously, we're going to talk spoilers about this episode. I'm going to try to keep it brief because there's just so many avenues that I could just, you know me. I'll run off on the mouth for a fucking hour or so. I'll try to keep them short here. I definitely want to know all your thoughts, what you're looking forward to, what you want to see, what you're excited for, what you fucking saw tonight that you were excited for. Probably the biggest thing tonight for me was Arya Stark and Jon Snow's reunion. We haven't seen them together on screen in the same scene, meeting up since season 1. It's been a long fucking time since we've seen these characters together. They were babies the last time, and went through so much. All the Starks, holy shit, Sansa, Arya, freaking Bran, Jesus, every one of them has been through so much shit. So Jon and Arya back together was just such a heartfelt moment for me. But on the flip side of that, tense ass moment was Bran and Jaime Lannister, locking eyes. But we got Robot Kid in the fucking wheelchair here. He's just like, what up? He doesn't care, he's just kind of void of, ever since he's had his transformation, he's just gone. He's just not there anymore. So I will be very curious to see what transpires there. I never honestly caught this before. I mean, I guess a few seasons ago, but now it's very obvious that Gendry has a thing for Arya, and she seems to also look back at him. So I think there's a little something going on between them two, and I really like Gendry. I mean, he's a fucking bastard child of Robert Baratheon, so I mean, I feel like he's more an heir to the throne than fucking Cersei Lannister is. So I like Gendry. I think he's a cool character. I love Arya. So together, them, totally good with that. If that was to happen. I definitely did not expect Jon Snow to be told his heritage so early in this season. That actually shocked me. When Samwell showed up, I was like, whoa, wait, what? Samwell's here now? Like, he's in Winterfell? He's talking to Jon, like we're doing this now. He's gonna find out that he's the rightful fucking heir and that he just screwed his aunt. that, yeah, just threw me for a loop that would even have taken place in this episode so early on. We got Cersei hooking up with Theon Greyjoy there. He's just in it for her, I guess, dude. This guy, he is a adrenaline junkie. I mean, she says it like, you risk your neck like every chance you get. He's just like, life is fucking boring. She's like, well, you're not boring, like this guy is just a thrill a minute. He doesn't give a shit as long as he's gonna live life to the extreme, and he's gonna die swinging. He doesn't care. So I almost like him. I like what she says to him, like, you're the most arrogant man I've ever met. I like that. Like, it's perfect. They're like actually like a really good match there. Obviously, she has her affinity for Jaime Lannister, and as does he for her, but that's been a toxic relationship forever. And Euron is definitely a little more her speed. He's out of his fucking mind, and so is she. And he's like, oh, I'm going to put a prince in you. And it's like, buddy, a prince has already been in her, and she's pregnant as well. So good luck with that. And then we got fucking Theon Greyjoy coming to rescue Yara. That was a badass sequence right there. Yes, Theon, Reek, whatever you want to call him. I get it. Like, trust me, I have my battles with him because of the shit he did. He sold these guys out. He stole out the Starks. He fucking murdered a couple children. He did some terrible shit, so I'm not going to say he didn't. But man, what happened to him, what was done to him, I don't know. He's had a very interesting arc, much like Sansa. Sansa and Theon Greyjoy, like, they are two of the characters that have had so much shit happen to them. But on the other side of things is that Sansa was kind of a little prissy bitch in the first season, and she wanted to marry fucking cunt-faced Joffrey, and yeah, she was, kind of more on his side than she was on Arya's side. But I don't know, Sansa has grown so much. I feel like she's grown as a character more than anybody in this show. Now, what I'm really looking forward to seeing is how Daenerys takes the information that Jon now possesses. Will he tell her? Is this going to be a power struggle? Will she turn on him? I mean, the dragons already want him for fucking lunch, breakfast, dinner. They're not getting enough food anyways. So they're looking at him like a meal, and they don't want him touching their mom. So I will be super, super curious to see what happens with her finding out this knowledge that he is, a Targaryen, and he's the rightful, heir to the Iron Throne there. So I can't believe that we found out this early on. Seeing Samwell, that fucking scene where Daenerys comes in with Jorah, and she's there to thank him. Like, thank you for saving my friend. Like, that's so, wonderful of you. And then it's like, oh, I murdered your father and your brother. And it's like, Samuel goes at Jon, and he's like, did you know this and that? And he's like looking at Daenerys, and it's like, well, she didn't know. She didn't know who the hell, like, that you were related. She didn't even know who the hell you were. So, but I get it. Like, well, he's upset, of course, all day. But yeah, that was a sad fucking scene, because Samuel's such a great guy. And, he's taking care of Gilly and her kid, and he's just been such a, when he takes on fucking Jorah, when he's dying, no one else will touch him. He's just such a fantastic character. He's such a great guy. To watch him being thanked and then being told some of this horrible news. Now, granted, his father was a total dick, but he seemed to care about his brother. Because he takes the death of his father pretty well, and then when he hears it's his brother too, he's like, oh shit, he kind of breaks down, and it's like, oh, I feel horrible about that. I've said before that one of the things that I thought would be a really fucking twisted, cool ending, I know they probably would never do it in a million years, but because it's just so unexpected and so, not something that you would ever see, I just, a little part of me, I guess, would love the last shot of the entire show to just be everybody we've ever known in the entire show to just be out there in the sea of whites. Like, just be part of the White Walkers and just see Daenerys, Jon Snow, Tyrion, fucking, everyone just dead out there, and just like it pans back, and they're just part of the horde of the zombies, of the undead there, and they're just backing back. That would be such a fucking twisted ending. Have like 3 ice dragons flying over them, and yeah, wouldn't that be nuts? I know it would never happen in a million years. But you never know with Game of Thrones. I don't put anything past this show. But yeah, things I would love to see, as I said, I want to see fucking the Mountain versus the Hound. That's like big time shit right there. I want to see the Clegane fucking mashup. I want to see them go at each other. I want to see the Hound best his brother in combat after being, so afraid of him, and from him burning his face and all that. Oh, I want to see that shit go down hard. Cersei, it's weird. I have so many people I want to kill to kill Cersei. I feel like all of them are justified. All of them are warranted. All of them would feel validated, vindicated, like all these things, and I'm just like, shit, man. Jaime Lannister would be a great one. Push her out a window and say like the things I do for love. Or Arya dressed up as Jaime Lannister coming back to her and manipulating her through her love. Or Sansa coming back and getting at her. Or fucking Daenerys riding in on a dragon and burning her to death. Like, all of those sound amazing. I'm down for all of them. So I don't know. I don't know what the hell I want there with Cersei. I definitely want her to go, and I want her to go down hard, even though she's a character I do love to hate. Outside of like the 2 main asshole fucking characters that you wanted to see, Ramsay Bolton and Joffrey, Cersei is that new villain that's kind of taken their places, and I don't know, there's something so bitchy about her, but I still love her in a like I can't stand you kind of way. So I have weird feelings about her character, because it's like, oh, I want you to die, but I don't, because I do love to hate you. And what else did I miss? It was great to see Tormund in here. We only got to see him for a little bit, but it was good to see him because, obviously the wall fell, and it was like, what the fuck happened to these guys? So it was Tormund. He was there. I was like, yes, my buddy. He's alive. Didn't really get anything from the White Walkers, which is fine. I mean, I'm sure they'll play a pretty big presence coming up here pretty soon. And yeah, I mean, we got all these fucking, oh God, I'm trying to, okay, focus. I fucking love this show. What are you guys looking forward to? What's the thing you want to see the most? I mean, there's so many things. I'm probably forgetting other ones that I'm really excited about. Yeah, the Daenerys finding out about Jon thing, I genuinely don't know how she's going to take that. All I can say is that she has been so entitled to the throne, almost annoyingly so, since the beginning of this show. And she really does believe she should fucking be on that throne. So for Jon to step in, because I was thinking at first, well, can't they just go together? Like, the king and queen, there you go. And it's like, but will people accept them as aunt and nephew? Jaime Lannister and Cersei had to keep their relationship under wraps. I know that their father was probably aware, or was aware or whatnot, and he just kind of turned a blind eye to it, but as long as it wasn't out there in the public. But yeah, I feel like they could just keep this under wraps. Cersei could take the throne, marry Jon. They're both on the, he's the king, she's the queen. Boom. It's pretty simple fix there, I feel. So Jon doesn't even really want the throne anyway. So I don't feel like he'll fight her on this, but I don't know. I'm really curious to see where that heads. That's definitely one of the most intriguing parts right now for me. And I think I mentioned pretty much everything. Yeah, I mean, Sansa is not really fond of Daenerys. That's not a surprise there. We'll see kind of where I don't know, man. There could be some bad blood there for sure. Maybe Sansa will find out Jon's not her brother anymore, and she'll want to get in on that shit. Although they, yeah. I guess, yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know if I'll be covering this every week. We'll see what your guys' response is to it, if anybody gives a shit. But I just kind of wanted to give you guys a reason why I didn't do a Slasher Sunday tonight. I've been too fucking deep in Star Wars, Game of Thrones, all my nerdy shit. Man, I should have just started this channel for nerdy shit, get into like Lord of the Rings and all that stuff, because that's like, you think I'm fucking passionate about horror, I'm just as passionate about fantasy and all that other shit. So yeah. Let me know what you guys think about the episode, about this. Whatever. I'm going to bed. It's fucking so late. Adios.